The general consensus from pundits is that such an early red card would have spoiled the game, but that the decision not to send off Palace keeper Dean Henderson itself was disgraceful, requiring public inquiry, etc. Before we dive deeper into the controversy, let's hear what the heroic shot stopper had to say about it. Hendo-gate is a nothing burger. Sorry, not sorry. Clear and obvious must be clear and obvious for all, and not just because you know Erling Haaland will defo go round the keeper and slot it home from an angle. English Pele Wayne Rooney's up there in the commentary box like, that boy's good, that boy's good. But that's not the point. There are some strikers for whom we would not be having this conversation. Not naming any names. Anyway, as we all know, because the opponent is multiple charges Manchester City and not, say, Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth, it's okay to gift Crystal Palace this win for the good of the game. No, I refuse to accept that our very first ever FA Cup win is a mixture of karma for Moneybag City and patronising praise for plucky Palace. The real controversy of the 2025 FA Cup final is that Kevin De Bruyne, yes, that Kevin De Bruyne, should have been sent off in the final, but there was too much concern about the narrative of this being his last chance for a trophy with City. What some of these lazy pundits ignored is that referee Stuart Atwell didn't begin clamping down on City's cynical fouls until the second half. Atwell's soft arm refereeing enabled City to dominate possession. Palace played long balls, yes, but even when we tried short passes to get out, we were brutally cut down. Also, this idea that VAR ignored Hendo's handball because it was too early in the game should actually be applied to a foul by Kevin De Bruyne, which came before Hendo-gate, but was completely missed or ignored because VAR was busy getting a burger. Near the 10-minute mark, Wharton wins the ball off Haaland as per, but before anything can be done with his forward pass, De Bruyne from nowhere out of control high tackles Sarr. This is a tackle which also nearly wipes out Eberechi Eze, who jumps out of the way. Even Oliver Glasner was crying, and he rarely complains. He doesn't spend the whole match in the fourth official's ear, like some managers. Referee Stuart Atwell should be getting a black tie invite to the monitor, but instead we got crickets. At the very least, a yellow card and so early on would have stifled De Bruyne's defensive play and called into question Pep Guardiola's extremely attacking lineup, his overthink, and the fact that he was clearly running scared from any chance of a repeat of the early part of the league game in Manchester, when we were 2-0 up, should have been 3-0 up, but then it was 5-2 because of you know what.
Inspirational from Kevin De Bruyne.
Because De Bruyne and co were free to foul for most of the game, Crystal Palace had to contest more play in their own half, where fouls would have greater jeopardy, and have no choice but to put in a stereotypical underdog dogs of war performance, despite being a team full of ballers, because the referee and VAR only got warmed up in the second half. VAR was suspiciously quiet about De Bruyne's karate kick, with no evidence of even the slightest mumbling about it for the referee or commentary teams to pick up on. I believe they were wary about making such an impactful decision about a legend's swan song, but sometimes this is unavoidable. Meanwhile, the real story was